Yo, what's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty. Join me on Patreon to get the complete version, the link is in the description. Pirate Mutant System. 1 millisecond. 001 Mutant System for collection. 1/360th. 001 Mutant System for collection. Next. In the early morning as the sun gradually rose, the warm sunshine shone down, but it was mixed with a bit of summer heat. West Blue is one of the 4 largest seas in the world. There is a small village on one of the islands and people in the village are already walking on the streets and starting their day. On the northern edge of the village there is a house that is not big or small, and there is a young man who looks 15 or 16 years old lying in the room. The young man used to have clear eyes and beautiful eyes, but at this time his nose was blue and his face was swollen and he was very embarrassed. Suddenly the young man frowned and then his eyes opened slightly. After seeing the environment he has been in since then, Lin Mu's face is full of blank expressions and he is a little confused about the environment he is in now. He was still sleeping in his room last night. Why did he come here when he woke up? The wooden chuang board in the room already had a faint salty smell in the air, indicating that this was not the environment he was familiar with. Just when Lin Mu was at a loss, there was a sudden knock on the door and then a figure pushed open the door and walked in. Lin, are you alright? Although the man who walked in was about the same age as Lin Mu, his body was much stronger with a concerned look on his face at the moment. After this person appeared, Lin Mu was stunned for a moment and then a bunch of memories flooded into his mind. And after reading this memory, Lin Mu realized what his current situation was. To put it simply, he transmigrated to a young man named Troyzen D. Ellen, that's right, the D. In One Piece. Lin Mu, he did come to the world of One Piece for this result. Lin Mu didn't know whether to worry or be happy. Lin Mu is very fascinated by the world of One Piece, but he also knows very well that this is a world where the strong eat the weak and ordinary people like him live in the fear of pirates all the time. For example, the parents of this body died a few years ago at the hands of pirates. Since then Lin has been working at the dock to support himself. But yesterday, because he accidentally broke a piece of goods, he was beaten to death by the foreman, which made Lin Mu pass through. Feeling the bursts of pain from his body, Lin Mu couldn't help but take a deep breath. That BD is really not a thing. Didn't he just smash something and he actually hit you so hard, damn it. Seeing Lin Mu's appearance, the robust young man couldn't help cursing. Only then did Lin Mu remember that there was another person in the room. The young man's name was Gray. He was his only friend now. After being beaten yesterday, Gray carried him back. Lin, you have a good rest at home these few days. I will help you with your work. I will talk about it when you are healthy. Gray urged Lin Mu. Seeing Lin Mu nodded, he left with confidence. After Gray left, Lin Mu sat next to Chuang and sighed. God, aren't you playing with me? I don't know 6 styles, I don't know hockey, and I don't have devil fruit. An ordinary person who can't be more ordinary. Although he was also such an ordinary person in his previous life, he lived in an extremely safe environment. The chaotic world of pirates obviously cannot be compared with the Earth. Ding, the world is positioning. The positioning is successful. One Piece world. Just when Lin Mu was worried, a clear female voice suddenly came from his ear which startled him. Host detection, Troyzen D. Lin is being bound. The binding is successful. The mutant system has been activated and the only permission is obtained. When the female voice appeared for the second time, Lin Mu was completely restless. Mutant system. Just when Lin Mu was puzzled, a burst of information suddenly poured into his mind, and the huge amount of information poured into his mind at once, making his head even hurt a little. And after reading all the information pouring into his brain, Lin Mu's face Jonan couldn't help showing excitement. He actually got a mutant system, but although it is a mutant system, it is not limited to mutants and many superhero abilities are included in it. As long as you get experience points to level up, you can unlock the abilities of various mutants. And the way to gain experience points is to kill monsters. Isn't this just letting me fight monsters and level up in the world of pirates? Lin Mu murmured, his eyes lit up. This is what I do best. In a previous life, Lin Mu was a seasoned gamer. The thing he did most in his life was to break through monsters. Lin Mu was still full of fear and hesitation about the world of pirates before, but now this emotion has completely disappeared from him. Now in Lin Mu's view, this pirate world is like a standalone game because he is the only player in it. If I had to say that it was different from the games he had played before, it would be that the realism really broke the table. The name Lin Mu is too abrupt in the world of pirates, so my future game, it will be called Troyzen D. Lin Mu murmured. Ding, since host has just entered the world of pirates, we are giving away a treasure chest for beginners. Would you like to open it? At this moment the previous female voice sounded again. Although the voice was clear and pleasant, it had no emotion at all, and Lin Mu also understood that the system might be nothing more than a program. Turn it on now. Now Lin Mu is worrying about how to get started. After all, this physical strength is too weak and it is estimated that even the lowest level monsters can't be cleared. And the novice treasure chest may be able to solve this urgent need. Of course, if the treasure chest is the same as the Pit Father's online game in the previous life, it is only a novice dagger and a few bottles of blood medicine, then Lin Mu will curse. Ding, confirmed to open. At the moment when the voice sounded, Lin Mu noticed that a faint shadow of the treasure chest suddenly appeared in the void in front of him. The treasure box opened slowly, and before Lin Mu could see what it was, the contents turned into a white light and flew into Lin Mu's body. At the same time, Lin Mu only felt a piercing pain from all over his body. It was the pain that originated from the core of every cell in his body. At this moment, the genes in all the cells in Lin Mu's body began to tear and reorganize. The pain that he had never experienced before made Lin Mu unable to even scream. Fortunately, the pain didn't last long and stopped after only half a minute. At this time, Lin Mu's sweat had already covered all his clothes and his face was very pale. However, there is an undisguised joy on his face because he clearly knows that he has obtained the ability of a mutant. 002 Wolverine for collection of flowers. 2 360ths. 002 Wolverine for collection of flowers. Wolverine's ability. A gleam of light flashed in Lin Mu's eyes. Just now the novice treasure box revealed the ability of Wolverine, and the white light transformed Lin Mu's body for the first time, allowing Lin Mu to truly possess the ability of Wolverine. Although the process is a bit painful, the results are undoubtedly excellent. Wolverine, that is a mutant with super recovery ability that is almost immortal. Lin Mu walked to the mirror and saw that the injuries on his face and body had completely subsided and he could no longer see the slightest. With Wolverine's nearly pervert self-healing ability, I can be considered to have a certain combat power. Lin Mu murmured. And besides self-healing ability, Wolverine also has claws. With that said, Lin Mu controlled the muscles of his arms, and then the 6 claws hidden in his left and right arms stabbed out violently. Just when Lin Mu wanted to see Hockey's unparalleled iron claws, his expression was stunned because 6 bone spurs that seemed to be innocuous were sticking out of his fists. Why are you kidding me? Lin Mu couldn't help but scolded that what was opened in the emotional novice treasure box was only the ability of Wolverine and it did not contain Edmund alloy. However, is Wolverine still Wolverine without Edmund alloy? At best it is just a wolf and it has nothing to do with King Kong. If this is the case, then the combat effectiveness will be greatly reduced. Unwilling, Lin Mu tried to ask the system, is it still possible for me to get the Edmund alloy? As for the intelligence of this system, Lin Mu did not dare to have too many illusions, so he had no idea whether he could get the answer. However, to Lin Mu's delight, the system quickly responded. When the host is upgraded, you can get a treasure chest. You can choose to get a mutant treasure box or a prop treasure box. There may be Edmund alloys in the prop treasure box. There is also a certain chance that the treasure box will be dropped by killing a monster for the first time. The system's answer can be said to be very detailed, and Lin Mu also understands it almost. After learning that he still had a chance to get the Edmund alloy, Lin Mu was relieved. After all, after getting the Edmund alloy, his combat effectiveness could at least be increased several times. With the amazing strength of Edmund alloy, Lin Mu can be sure that most of the weapons in the world can be cut directly from the front. Of course, the premise is that it is not strengthened by armament hockey. As for the result of slashing with weapons strengthened by armament hockey, you have to try it to know. Lin Mu can clearly see that his current level is only level 1 and he needs 100 experience points to get to level 2. In order to get Edmund medal as soon as possible, he must work hard now. Then now it's time to go out and find a place to break through. After finishing speaking, Lin Mu put away his claws, rubbed his fists, and then strode out of his room. Walking on the streets of the village, Lin Mu found a 0 written on the top of the villagers' heads. Obviously, killing these civilians did not give Lin Mu any experience. It seems that I have to go to the sea to see. This island is so small that I can't even find a monster that can provide experience. After walking around the island for about a while, Lin Mu finally gave up the upgrade on the island. The idea is to go to the sea to find some opportunities. After making a decision, Lin Mu walked towards the only pier on the island. The pier was where Lin Mu used to work. When Lin Mu appeared here, several busy young people were stunned when they saw Lin Mu. They had all seen what Lin Mu was beaten up yesterday. It can be said that his nose was blue and his face was swollen and covered with scars, but now they can't see a single scar on Lin Mu's body. Especially Gray, he saw Lin Mu 2 hours ago. At that time, Lin Mu still had a bruised nose and a swollen face. It only took a while for the injury to heal. Can't believe it. Lin, are your injuries all healed? Gray's face was full of surprise. Lin Mu nodded. This kind of thing is not easy to explain, so he can only say vaguely, well, it suddenly became better for some reason. It's fine, but... Gray suddenly touched Lin Mu's ear and whispered, the foreman is still angry about what happened yesterday. You better go home and hide for a few days or he will definitely punish you again. Start. Obviously, Gray had Lin Mu come to the dock to continue his work. Lin Mu shook his head and said to Gray, I didn't come to work but wanted to go out and have a look. You want to get out of here? Yes, this sea is so vast and a good man's footsteps will not be limited to one island. Lin Mu looked at the boundless blue sea not far away and suddenly there was a sense of pride in Shang. But, there are many pirates on the sea, but they are very dangerous. Gray seemed to want to persuade his friends not to take risks, but his expression changed before he finished speaking. Lin, hurry up. Hide first. At the same time, Lin Mu also felt an aura that was very unkind to him behind him. Wolverine's ability is not only regeneration and bone claws but also has a keen insight like a wolf and eagle-like long-distance vision. A keen sense of smell can distinguish enemies and friends in turn and has a certain ability to perceive danger. Lin Mu had already noticed the bad breath behind him. And according to the memory of the original owner of this body, Lin Mu has also confirmed the identity of that person. Who else can be except the foreman? Troyzen, you little BD smashed my goods and dared to come to my place. Didn't you beat me enough yesterday? This is a middle-aged man with a pot belly. The top of his head is slightly bald and a pair of triangular eyes makes it look like he is not a good guy. At this moment he is walking towards Lin Mu cursing. And Gray also winked wildly at Lin Mu, signaling Lin Mu to leave quickly. If it was before, Lin Mu might choose to avoid its edge, but now. Lin Mu frowned and turned to look behind him. The moment he saw the fat foreman, Lin Mu's expression changed and there was a hint of joy in his eyes. Because he found that the number above the foreman's head was no longer a 0 but a big 2 and the 4 thugs behind him all had a 1 above their heads. That is to say, as long as you kill the foreman and his 4 big hands you can get 6 points of experience. It's an experienced monster. Looking at the unhappy foreman and the 4 thugs behind him, Lin Mu had already made a decision in his heart. He had accepted the 6 points of experience. 003 pirates who send experience for collection of flowers. 3/360ths. 003 pirates who send experience for collection of flowers. New book for collection and flowers, thank you. HMPH, give him a long memory. The fat foreman pointed at Lin Mu and instructed the 4 thugs behind him. This is his way of killing chickens and making an example. If the person who smashed the goods is not severely punished, there will definitely be more people smashing the goods in the future. You smash a piece of my cargo and I will smash your bones. That's what foreman thinks. As soon as the foreman finished speaking, the 4 thugs behind him turned towards Lin Mu with a grin at the corners of their mouths as they approached and rubbed their hands. Obviously in their eyes Lin Mu is simply a piece of fish that can be slaughtered. As long as he is not directly killed he will be fine if he is covered by a foreman. Seeing the expressions on the faces of these 4 thugs, Lin Mu sneered in his heart, sorry that these few people still don't know who is the fish. Just when Lin Mu was about to accept these experiences, a docker suddenly exclaimed beside him. See, pirates. No, there are pirates coming. As soon as the voice came out, the expressions of everyone on the dock couldn't help changing and they quickly looked towards the sea. Then I saw a pirate ship with a skull flag very close to the port. Seeing the pirate flag, the arrogant expressions on the faces of the fat foreman and his 4 thugs instantly disappeared, turning pale and full of cold sweat. Just kidding, it's okay for them to bully ordinary civilians, but facing pirates. Those are a group of people who kill without blinking an eye, they can't compare at all. Escape. This was the first thought in everyone's mind. I don't know who shouted, "Run," and everyone on the pier except Lin Mu hurried to run. However, at the moment when everyone took a step, they only heard a few muffled sounds and then several pitch-black shells shot straight, killing all those who ran the fastest. The bloody corpse made the others stop immediately and never dared to escape. Soon the pirate ship docked and then more than 20 pirates in messy clothes came down from it. When he saw this group of pirates, Lin Mu's eyes lit up because the numbers on the heads of the more than 20 pirates were all 4 and the pirate with a hat was surrounded by 10. Lin Mu roughly estimated that if he could kill all of these 20 or so pirates, the experience points he would get would almost be able to raise him to level 2. And after reaching the 2nd level you will definitely get a treasure chest. Money, food, fresh water, hand over them all. And women too. Be honest and obedient. The knife in Lousy's hand has not seen blood for a long time. Pirates, you called me every word, although they are just a group of very weak pirates and the captain's bounty is only 1 million berry, but there is still no pressure to sack such a weak village. Oh. In such a small place there are not even garrison troops and police and they can wreak havoc here without any pressure. Who is the leader here? The pirate captain wearing a hat looked around at everyone and said solemnly, and then his eyes locked on the fat foreman hidden behind everyone. You come here. The fat foreman didn't expect that he was hidden so deeply and still be called out, so he could only come to the pirate captain with a bitter face with a flattering smile on his face. Dad, what is your order? Money, women, food. Give it all to us and I'll spare you a dog's life. The pirate captain said arrogantly, and then a fierce look flashed on his face. Otherwise? Otherwise what would happen? Captain Pirate didn't say it, but the fat foreman knew very well. Immediately he smiled quickly. Sir, come with me and I will take you to the village to find everything you want. With that said, the fat foreman is about to lead the way for Captain Pirate. Seeing the fat foreman winking so much, Captain Pirate nodded in satisfaction. However, the expressions of the workers at the dock changed drastically. Unlike the foreman, they were all from the village and their family and friends were all in the village. If you really let these pirates enter the village, it will be the end. No, absolutely don't let them in. Stop them. Although the workers at the dock were very afraid of these pirates, when they thought of their family and friends, they still bravely stood up and wanted to stop the pirates in front of them. The pirate captain glanced at these workers. A trace of disdain flashed on the corner of his mouth and then he directly winked at the pirate minions under him. What? Puff. Soon with a scream a dock worker fell into a pool of blood. And with the sound of the first scream, soon the second and third screams followed closely. Almost in an instant 4 or 5 workers were killed by the pirates. The fat foreman shrank his head when he saw this scene and sighed that he had chosen the right path and must not provoke this group of murderous pirates. Kill all these guys who are in the way. The pirate captain indifferently ordered his subordinates. In his eyes, these people who have no ability to resist are not even as good as pigs. Pigs can be eaten even if they are killed. What about meat? What? But at this moment a scream suddenly sounded. It is reasonable to say that the scream should have appeared, but the pirate captain's expression changed because he could hear that the scream was actually his own crew, sent out. Ding, kill the pirates and get 4 experience points. Lin Mu pulled the bone spur from his fist out of the body of a pirate minion without the slightest fear and discomfort of killing someone for the first time, because these people in front of him were only strange things that he could experience. The monsters he killed in the game in his previous life are estimated to have exceeded 1 million, and he is familiar with it now. BD, the person who dares to hurt me, come together and kill him. The pirate captain was furious when he saw one of his subordinates fall in front of Lin Mu and roared at Lin Mu. And more than 20 pirate minions under his command rushed towards Lin Mu after hearing the order, wielding swords to chop Lin Mu into flesh. However, after Lin Mu obtained the ability of Wolverine, his strength, agility and even his combat skills have been greatly improved, which is simply not something that this group of scoundrels can compete with. Ding, kill the pirates and get 4 experience points. Ding, kill the pirates and get 4 experience points. ... 004 upgrade, mutant treasure chest, 4360ths. 004 upgrade, mutant treasure chest. Every time Lin Mu attacks, the bone spurs on his fist will pierce a pirate's heart. However, these pirates were unable to hurt Lin Mu, so that Lin Mu's powerful recovery ability could not be displayed. After just over 10 seconds, more than 20 pirates fell at Lin Mu's feet and no one was spared. This changed the expressions of everyone present, especially the pirate captain, who would never have imagined that such a ruthless man was hidden in this humble little village. At the moment, the pirate captain wanted to escape. But how could Lin Mu let the pirate captain run away after all this? As a monster that can provide 10 experience points, so he directly chased after him. Seeing the speed at which Lin Mu was catching up, the pirate captain knew that he could not run away and immediately gritted his teeth, holding a knife in one hand and a gun in the other. Clap, clap, clap. With 3 gunshots, 3 bullets shot directly at Lin Mu. He was less than 10 meters away from the pirate captain at the moment, and it was impossible to dodge. Therefore the 3 bullets also directly hit Lin Mu and shot into Lin Mu's body. Lin Mu only felt a burst of pain from his body, but he didn't care. He has the recovery ability of Wolverine, and a few injuries are nothing at all. Moreover, after the pain of the previous genetic recombination, the pain of this shooting is really not worth mentioning. As if not feeling it, Lin Mu directly killed the pirate captain. Although this pirate captain is stronger than his subordinates, he is still not worth mentioning compared to Lin Mu. After Lin Mu easily dodged the big knife that he cut, he punched his heart directly, and the bone spur on his fist seemed to be unobstructed, directly piercing the heart of the pirate captain. And the last picture that Captain Pirate saw in his life was the bullet that fell from Lin Mu's body. Ding, kill the pirate captain and gain 10 experience points. So far the entire pirate group has been destroyed by Lin Mu, and all the pirates have become Lin Mu's experience. 22 pirate minions and 1 pirate captain have provided Lin Mu with a total of 98 experience points, which is only 2 points away from the 100 experience points required to level up. Lin Mu were shot. Are you alright? Gray ran to Lin Mu's side and asked with concern. After seeing that the gunshot wound on Lin Mu's body healed at a speed visible to the naked eye, the whole person was stunned. Somewhat confused. I don't know how this person who grew up with me became so powerful overnight. Not to mention the annihilation of the entire pirate group alone, it is incredible that the gunshot wound on his body can heal so quickly. This matter was too complicated, and Lin Mu didn't explain it to Gray carefully. Anyway, he had already planned to leave here. I'm afraid these people would never see each other again in the future. But now there are still 2 points of experience missing. Thinking of this, Lin Mu directly stared at the fat foreman and his 4 thugs, which added up to 6 points of experience, enough to break through. When the foreman and the thugs saw that the mighty pirates were wiped out in less than a minute, they were all dumbfounded. And when Lin Mu's eyes were fixed on them, the 5 of them felt a chill in their hearts, because just yesterday they beat this kid so hard. Who would have thought that overnight the kid who had been slaughtered by them turned into such a fierce god? PFF'd. The fat foreman gritted his teeth, then knelt down directly towards Lin Mu, crying and begging for mercy with snot and tears. Lord Troyson, I have eyes but don't know Mount I, so please spare me a dog's life. Seeing this, the other 4 thugs knelt down and begged for mercy without hesitation. Lin Mu glanced at the 5 people with disgust. According to the memory he inherited from the previous owner of the body, the foreman and his 4 thugs did everything except good things in the village. When it comes to damn it, the level is comparable to those of the pirates. Don't give in too much. Lin Mu has always had revenge, not to mention that these people are still the experience monsters that can make him level up. How could he let it go? Ding, kill the foreman and gain 2 experience points. Ding, kill the thug, gain 1 experience point. Ding, kill the thug, gain 1 experience point. ... The blue sea stretches as far as the eye can see, and the salty sea breeze and the warm sunshine constitute a beautiful scene that makes people feel relaxed and happy. At this moment a boat with a length of more than 2 meters is sailing slowly above the sea. There was only one person on the boat, and it was Lin Mu. In addition to Lin Mu, there are some food and necessities on board, as well as a wooden box that contains the head of the pirate captain. This pirate captain is also a wanted criminal worth 1 million berry. Although it is not much, it is money anyway. Lin Mu is going to find a marine station to exchange it. After killing the pirates and the foreman, Lin Mu didn't stay much longer and found a small boat to leave. There were many people in the dock before, although Lin Mu had enough experience, but he didn't have time to upgrade. At this moment, after being far away from his former hometown, Lin Mu began to talk to the system. Experience is enough. Do you want to upgrade? You still need to ask. Of course the choice is. Congratulations on the successful upgrade of the host. The current level. To get a treasure chest, please choose a mutant treasure box or a prop treasure box. Faced with these two choices, Lin Mu thought about it carefully and finally decided to choose the mutant treasure chest. Although he is very thirsty for Edmund metal, it can indeed greatly enhance his combat effectiveness, but mutant genes are obviously more precious. And if you directly draw a mutant gene that is powerful to heaven defying, you can soar directly into the sky. I choose mutant chests. As soon as Lin Mu finished speaking, a treasure chest phantom appeared in front of his eyes. Compared with the novice treasure chest, this second level treasure chest appears to be more refined. Soon the treasure chest opened automatically, and then a white light rushed out of it and shot directly into Lin Mu's body. Immediately afterwards, a severe pain that I experienced not long ago wrapped Lin Mu again. However, thinking of the powerful ability that will be obtained soon, Lin Mu is looking forward to it. This should be pain and happiness. 005 The power of Quicksilver, please collect flowers. 5/360ths. 005 The power of Quicksilver, please collect flowers. After about half a minute, Lin Mu was finally freed from the pain that came from the deepest part of every cell. At this time sweat had slapped his clothes and his face was slightly pale. But deep in Lin Mu's eyes there was an undisguised joy. I really won the jackpot this time. Lin Mu looked down at his double Tui and couldn't help muttering, actually obtained the ability of Quicksilver. Kuayin can move at supersonic speed, and it doesn't take long to circle the Earth. Because of its extremely fast speed, it can even run on vertical walls and water. With the ability of Quicksilver in this whole One Piece world, I can go wherever I want. I don't have any pressure to go around Mariajoy when I have nothing to do. Lin Mu's eyes flashed with light, and then he, looking at the boundless sea, pulled the Tui and run. I saw Lin Mu's body instantly turned into a hurricane and started running on the sea, causing a long wave. However, the 100-meter effect of this long wave could not last any longer because Lin Mu himself had already submerged in the water. That's not right, it's a little far behind, and the supersonic speed is said to be. I only ran 100 meters in 5 seconds, and the speed is 20 meters per second, which is still far from supersonic speed. Lin Mu, who was soaked in the water, could not help frowning because the current speed can only reach 20 meters per second at most, so he only ran 100 meters on the sea and fell directly into the water. After thinking hard for a while without results, Lin Mu finally couldn't help asking the mutant system in his heart. My speed is very different from that of the real Quicksilver, as the mutant gene given by the system shrinking. There is no problem with the genes given by the system, but the current level of the host is too low, so it is impossible to fully utilize the Quicksilver genes. That is, my speed will increase according to the level up. Lin Mu asked. Yes. The system's answer was quite concise, and Lin Mu could only sigh helplessly. It seemed that he couldn't go wherever he wanted in a short period of time. I don't know how many levels I have to upgrade to if I want to play the full speed of Quicksilver. He is only level 2 now. To get to level 3 he needs 1,000 experience points. It is estimated that he will need 10,000 points when he reaches level 4. It can be said that he has a long way to go. What? To put it bluntly, I still have to upgrade. Lin Mu concluded. But the current speed is not bad. The speed of 20 meters per second combined with the recovery ability and combat intuition of the Wolf Book, my strength is also greatly enhanced. The pirates don't have any pressure. After that, Lin Mu quickly swam back to his boat and headed for the nearest marine station. There is also a head worth 1 million berry on his boat. He has to go and exchange the bounty first, otherwise it will be unbearable to keep this head on the boat for a long time. And Lin Mu still has a plan in his mind, that is, he will ask Marine if there is any pirate group nearby and start his own monster hunting journey. Now that you know that pirates are all weird, Lin Mu doesn't mind being a pirate hunter who can level up and make money, so why not do it? What is the upgrade for? To put it bluntly, isn't it just for the enjoyment after becoming famous? But upgrading is bound to be a long process. During this process, Lin Mu doesn't mind spending money to experience it first. At worst, he has to eat and drink well and not be hungry. 2 days later, Lin Mu finally arrived at his destination, this time, Keelan Island. There is a very prosperous town on Keelan Island with a resident population of tens of thousands. It is a very prosperous island in West Blue. On such a prosperous island there is naturally a marine station. As we all know, naval headquarters. is located in Marineford on the Grand Line, and Marine has 16 branches and 72 branches in addition to the headquarters. The 16 Marine branches are mainly distributed in the Grand Line, and the military rank is at the same level as the headquarters, that is to say the positions of the Vice Admiral of the branch and the Vice Admiral of the headquarters are equivalent. The Marine Division 72 mainly supervises the east, south, west and north. Its strength is naturally incomparable to that of the Grand Line branch headquarters, so the military rank must be lower than the headquarters level, and the branch colonel is only equivalent. In the headquarters of the Lieutenant Colonel, 18 Marine divisions are stationed at West Blue numbered 37 to 54. Stationed on Keelan Island is Marines Division 42, which is also the destination of Lin Mu's trip. After arriving at Keelan Island, Lin Mu parked his boat at the port and then proceeded to the Marine Division 42 station with the suitcase in hand. The Marine 42 Division station is near the port and soon came to the Marine station. Stop, this is not a place for a child like you to come. Hurry up and leave or it will make you look good. As soon as he arrived at the door of Marine 42 branch, Lin Mu heard a scolding sound. This scolding was issued by Marine the gatekeeper. After all, Lin Mu's current body is 15 or 16 years old and it looks like a child. It is understandable for Marine to stop him. However, his attitude made Lin Mu very unhappy and he couldn't say something if he had something to say. Frowning glanced at Marine who was guarding the door. Lin Mu's expression suddenly froze. He hadn't seen it when he was far away before, but now that he was close he realized that there was a small 2 on top of Marine's head. My god, Marine is an experienced freak too. Does that mean that killing Marine can also be upgraded? 006 want to arrest me. Secondly, for collection of flowers. 6 360ths. 006 want to arrest me. Secondly, for collection of flowers. Brothers who are cool to see a wave of collection, by the way, ask for flower evaluation tickets to reward and support. Killing Marine can also upgrade, which makes Lin Mu imagine. But soon Lin Mu threw this idea out of his mind. At least now killing Marine is absolutely impossible. After all, Marines are different from pirates. Most pirates go their separate ways, and if they kill, they will kill. But there is a huge organization behind Marine. If a big boss is attracted to him because of the massacre of Marine, it will not be worth the loss. Even with Wolverine's super recovery ability, it is very likely that he will be killed by those powerful pervert characters. Therefore, until the strength has not grown, it is best not to target Marine and let Marine be his own treasury. BD boy, didn't you hear what I said? Are you going to get out on your own or shall I help you? The gatekeeper Marine saw that Lin Mu was still standing here and immediately took a step forward, the gun in his hand also aimed directly at Lin Mu's head. His face was fierce as if he was about to shoot if he disagreed. This Marine's attitude made Lin Mu secretly shake his head. Marine 72 branches too far from the headquarters and there are some snakes and rats hiding in the filth. Colonel Mouse and Axe Monka were all like that. There was a smog from top to bottom and Marine's reputation was ruined by this rubbish. But looking at the attitude of the gatekeeper Marine, Lin Mu estimates that the chief of Marine 42 is not much better. After all, the upper beam is not right and the lower beam is crooked. If the commander is an upright person who insists on justice, how could Marine the gatekeeper dare to be so arrogant? Although he didn't plan to attack Marine for the time being, Lin Mu didn't give the gatekeeper Marine a good look and directly opened the box in his hand, exposing the contents to the gatekeeper Marine's eyes. The gatekeeper Marine was startled when he suddenly saw a bloody head, and under the conditioned reflex the whole person couldn't help but take 2 steps back. But soon the gatekeeper Marine, who came back to his senses, turned red and he jumped back after being scared by the head of a pirate, and his face was completely lost. Now you know what I'm here for. Lin Mu snorted coldly when he saw Marine's useless appearance. The gatekeeper Marine swallowed dryly. He didn't expect the young man in front of him to be a pirate hunter at such a young age. The head in the box he recognized was a pirate with a bounty of 1 million berry. Although the bounty was not high, it was not comparable to his seaman apprentice. The pirate hunter who can kill it must be much stronger than him. Therefore the gatekeeper Marine's attitude changed now. He was no longer arrogant and domineering but was more respectful. He bowed his head and bowed at Lin Mu. Please come with me. Lin Mu didn't bother to care about Marine the bully and fearless gatekeeper and immediately followed him into Marine's distribution and came to a place dedicated to exchanging bounties. After verifying the authenticity of the head, Lin Mu successfully got a bounty of 1 million berry. Although it is 1 million, it is actually not much to consume. After all, in the world of pirates only 100 berry can afford a newspaper. Therefore the purchasing power of 1 million berry is about the same as the 10,000 RMB of the previous Earth. Lin Mu originally planned to inquire about the news of pirates in the vicinity of Marine, but after seeing the virtues of those Marines he gave up the plan. It is estimated that he would not be able to ask anything, so he would go to the town to ask and buy some by the way thing. After walking out of the Marine branch with the exchange bounty, Lin Mu turned around the town on Keelan Island. The streets of the town were very dense with people coming and going, and the surrounding buildings were also very distinctive, which made Lin Mu a foreigner dazzled for a while. After coming to the world of One Piece, Lin Mu has never seen such a prosperous place. It was only a small village before, and the whole village had more than 100 people, which was incomparable to Keelan Island. After that there is not even a human hair on the sea. Now that I come to Keelan Island I naturally feel a little fresh. Most of the crowds on the street are civilians without any experience points. Occasionally there will be 1 or 2 monsters with experience points, but most of them have a little or 2 experience. Because of this experience, Lin Mu wasn't going to start killing people in the town, so he just pretended he didn't see it. Until now Lin Mu is still wearing the tattered clothes he wore while working at the dock, which is not only bad but also uncomfortable. So Lin Mu also bought a few sets of clothes directly, put on one set directly and change the other sets at any time. In addition, Lin Mu purchased some necessities of life. After everything was ready to go to sea, Lin Mu walked into a restaurant. "Boss, bring all your signature dishes." Lin Mu called directly to the boss after finding a seat to sit down. Since he came to Pirate World he hasn't had a good meal. Now that he has money it's no problem to enjoy a meal. In a short while a series of exquisite and fragrant dishes were brought up and Lin Mu was willing to swallow them one by one. After obtaining the genes of the 2 mutants Wolverine and Quicksilver, Lin Mu's appetite also increased greatly. At this moment the restaurant owner, who was gobbling up and watching all, secretly sighed, thinking that this person has been hungry for a few days and hasn't eaten. But when Lin Mu was halfway through eating, the door of the restaurant was suddenly kicked open and then a pair of fully armed Marines poured in from the door. "I was ordered to capture the pirates and the irrelevant idlers should retreat as quickly as possible. If there is any resistance they will all be regarded as pirates' accomplices." Everyone in the restaurant was shocked when they heard it, but Lin Mu raised his brows and was a little puzzled. Because in the entire restaurant except for these Marines there is no one with experience above their heads, which means that the people in the restaurant are all civilians. But soon Lin Mu's doubts were completely dissipated because he found himself surrounded by dozens of gun-wielding Marines on the 3rd and 3rd floors. Obviously he is the pirate Marine is looking for. 007, you are forcing me to kill. 3 more requests to collect flowers. 7/360ths. 007, you are forcing me to kill. 3 more requests to collect flowers. After the Marine soldiers surrounded Lin Mu, lieutenant colonels wearing Marine justice robes walked out from behind the soldiers and came to Lin Mu. "We suspect that you are the remnant of the Patent Pirates and now it is officially announced that you have been arrested." The lieutenant colonel looked down at Lin Mu and said arrogantly, "I advise you to be honest if the arrest is a serious crime." Lin Mu thought that this guy was kicked in the head by a donkey. How could he become a remnant without even having heard of the Patent Pirates? Just in case, Lin Mu even checked his previous memory carefully. The original owner of his body has never left his hometown since he was born. This is the first time he has left that island. How could it be related to the so-called Patent Pirates? But at the moment Lin Mu doesn't want to have any conflict with Marine, after all he will have to exchange the bounty in the future. So he explained politely, "You may have mistaken someone. I don't even know what the Patent Pirates are. I'm not a pirate but a bounty hunter." HMPH, stop quibbling. The lieutenant colonel didn't intend to listen to Lin Mu's explanation at all, stared at Lin Mu with a bit of hatred in his eyes and threw a pair of handcuffs directly to the dining table. "You are limited to 5 seconds. Handcuff yourself inside, otherwise. Marines' bullet holes are no joke. I'm not really a pirate. 5 seconds. If this pirate remnant does not voluntarily surrender he will be killed." Lin Mu still wanted to explain, but the lieutenant colonel directed the order directly to the surrounding Marine and then stared at Lin Mu coldly. His eyes were full of ferocity and pride, as if he was getting revenge. Hearing this, Lin Mu also felt that something was wrong. Lieutenant Colonel Marine didn't listen to his explanation at all and he seemed to hate himself. He insisted that he was the remnant of a pirate. There's definitely something wrong with it. Lin Mu swears that this is the first time he has seen this Lieutenant Colonel Marine and it is the first time he has even dealt with Marine. Therefore Lin Mu couldn't understand why Lieutenant Colonel Marine was determined to target him. 5, 4, 3, 2. The Lieutenant Colonel counted the seconds in his mouth and his eyes were getting colder and colder when he looked at Lin Mu. He didn't care whether Lin Mu surrendered or not. Anyway, whether he surrendered or not he would kill this kid who ruined his good. And at this time Lin Mu could only sigh deeply. He didn't want to attack this group of Marines, but this group of Marines took the initiative to provoke them. Now this situation has reached the point where he has to resist. And once he resists, the name of this pirate remnant will be firmly established and he will completely stand on the opposite side of Marine and the bounty hunter will not be able to go on. Thinking of this, Lin Mu also felt a surge of anger in his heart. Mud Bodhisattva also has 3 points of anger, let alone him. Being indiscriminately forced to do this by this Marine, if he doesn't resist he will look down on himself. "I didn't want to do it. Since you forced me, don't blame me for being cruel." Hearing these words from Lin Mu's mouth, Lieutenant Colonel Marine's face flashed with joy. He just hoped that Lin Mu would resist so that he could kill Lin Mu directly on the spot and the charges would be confirmed so that he would have to find a way to kill Lin Mu before arresting him. Shot. With a loud shout from the Lieutenant Colonel, the dozens of Marines who surrounded Lin Mu and Vice Admiral pulled the trigger at the same time. Clap, 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 clap. The sound of gunshots made everyone in the restaurant jump. No one thought that Lin Mu would survive, and so did the Lieutenant Colonel. At such a close distance no one can dodge dozens of firearms. So after instructing to shoot, the lieutenant colonel turned around and prepared to close the team. But soon he heard an exclamation from behind him. "Lieutenant Colonel, this." Hearing this exclamation, the lieutenant colonel turned around immediately, only to find that the place where Lin Mu was sitting was now only a smashed stool that was hit by bullets, and the figure of Lin Mu had long since disappeared. What? Immediately afterwards a scream rang out in the restaurant, and then a Marine fell into a pool of blood with his mouth covered. After this Marine fell, the other Marines finally found Lin Mu's figure. "Attack with all your strength, kill him." Lieutenant Colonel pointed at Lin Mu and shouted loudly. And Lin Mu's face just flashed a sneer and then directly broke into the fastest speed that he can achieve, now rushing into the Marine group. Lin Mu's intrusion directly dissipated Marine's camp. Marines at such a close distance did not dare to shoot, because once they fired they would accidentally injure themselves. So one by one they can only draw their swords to deal with Lin Mu. It's a pity that although Lin Mu's current strength can't fully display the speed of Quicksilver, his speed is still not what these ordinary Marines can keep up with. What? With a scream, the bone spur on Lin Mu's fist pierced directly into a Marine's shong cavity. Ding, kill ordinary Marines and gain 2 experience points. Ding, kill the common corporal and gain 3 experience points. Ding, kill ordinary Marines and gain 2 experience points. Ding, kill Sergeant Marine and gain 5 experience points. 008 give you a chance. For collection of flowers. 8/360ths. 008 give you a chance. For collection of flowers. In the blink of an eye, Lin Mu had already killed more than a dozen Marines. In front of Lin Mu, who has the ability of Wolverine and Quicksilver, these Marines have no ability to change hands at all and can only become Lin Mu's experience. And the remaining Marines were even more terrified when they saw this, especially Lieutenant Colonel Marine, whose hearts were even colder. He thought that he would be able to easily kill this kid who ruined his good things with a group of 20 people, but he didn't expect this kid to be unexpectedly terrifying. More than a dozen Marines were killed all at once. Is this a joke? Thinking of this, the Lieutenant Colonel couldn't help but feel a sense of remorse, but it's useless to regret it. So the Lieutenant Colonel could only shout at Lin Mu in a stern manner. "Pirate, you dare to kill Marine? Are you really not afraid of death? If you surrender quickly, I can still intercede for you, but if you are so obsessed, you will be attracted. If you are a strong man in the headquarters, even if you put your wings on it, you can't escape death." Although the Lieutenant Colonel looked tough, the panic in his eyes revealed his true state at the moment. Lin Mu snorted coldly and ignored the Vice Admiral. He didn't want to take action at first, but now that he has decided to do it, he will not let go of these experiences at all. Anyway, you have been forced to the opposite side of Marine. What difference does it make to kill one more and one less? Especially Lieutenant Colonel, the initiator, he is even more unlikely to let go. Ding, kill ordinary Marines and gain 2 experience points. Ding, kill Corporal Haojun and gain 3 experience points. ... As the system's beep sounded in Lin Mu's ear again and again, Lin Mu's experience value increased. And every time the system beep sounded, the Marine in front of Lin Mu would fall down. Soon there were only 3 remaining Marines. By this time the spirit of the 3 Marines was finally defeated directly. This seemingly thin young man in front of him possesses a powerful force that they cannot resist at all. It was as if in front of this young man they were the children. Escape. It was the only thought in the minds of the remaining 3 Marines, and the only thought of the Lieutenant Colonel. They were originally a group of rabble who bullied the weak and feared the tough. It was okay to bully some gangsters and weak pirates in the fish and meat town on weekdays, but in the face of opponents like Lin Mu they had no fighting spirit. As for Marines' dignity, what's their business? Where is life-saving important? Looking at the 3 people who turned their heads and ran away, Lin Mu shook his head. If these Marines had fled from the beginning, even if the speed was amazing, he wouldn't be able to kill them all, and there would always be fish that slip through the net. But now there are only 3 Marine left, and trying to escape from the hands of Lin Mu, who has the speed of fast silver, is simply a fantasy. With the movement of his feet, the speed of Quicksilver erupted, and Lin Mu instantly shot out like a cannonball, chasing the first person in less than 2 seconds. Ding, kill Sergeant Marine and gain 5 experience points. After a paw pierced his throat, Lin Mu kept walking, chasing after the second person. This time it took 3 seconds. Ding, kill Sergeant Marine and gain 10 experience points. After Lin Mu eliminated the second person, the Lieutenant Colonel had already rushed into the crowd in the street and his figure had completely disappeared. But Lin Mu didn't panic. With a nose move he already knew the direction of the Lieutenant Colonel's escape. What he got from the Wolverine gene is not only the ability to recover but also the keen sense of smell and perception belonging to the wolf. Lin Mu rushed forward quickly, and after a few seconds the figure of the Lieutenant Colonel appeared in Lin Mu's field of vision. At this moment the Lieutenant Colonel's expression had a kind of joy in escaping, and he ran towards Marine's station with all his might. As long as he arrives at the garrison he will be safe, and he does not believe that the kid dares to chase the Marine base with more than 500 troops. But at this moment the Lieutenant Colonel suddenly felt a strong wind passing by his ears, and then he felt a pain in his abdomen, and then a huge force came and he was overturned to the ground. The bone spur from Lin Mu's left fist had pierced into the Lieutenant Colonel's abdomen, which was not a vital position, so the Lieutenant Colonel couldn't die for a while. The reason why he didn't choose to kill him directly was just because Lin Mu wanted to know why the opponent was targeting him, which was also the reason why he kept the lieutenant colonel until the end. If not, this lieutenant colonel is definitely the first target Lin Mu wants to kill. A teenager knocked Lieutenant Colonel Marine to the ground, a scene that shocked many people on the street and immediately backed away for fear of being involved in the disaster. For these civilians, Lieutenant Colonel Marine can't afford to offend them, and they can't offend a teenager who can hold a Lieutenant Colonel Marine under him. The bone spur of Lin Mu's right fist hit the Lieutenant Colonel's throat and he asked in a cold tone, "Give you a chance, why did you deliberately target me?" Those who can. Capable. The Lieutenant Colonel's face was pale at the moment, and only now did he see the bone spurs growing out of Lin Mu's fist. He had thought that Lin Mu was using some kind of special weapon, but he never thought that Lin Mu was a power person. You must know that if it is a capable person, the bounty is basically 10 million yuan. A pirate with a bounty of more than 10 million is simply not something he can deal with more than 20 ordinary soldiers. If he had known this earlier, he would not have dared to trouble Lin Mu with his courage. Too bad it's too late now. However, the Lieutenant Colonel has not given up hope of survival because he heard Lin Mu say give him a chance as long as he is honest. As for Marine's dignity, what is that? The pirate you killed was my subordinate. I used my position to protect him, and 80% of the gold and silver treasures he grabbed were handed over to me, which is my important fortune. Having said that, the rest need not be said. Lin Mu killed the pirate and cut off his fortune, so he brought people to take revenge. After knowing the ins and outs of the matter, Lin Mu's eyes turned cold and a murderous look flashed on his face. The main reason why Marine is not welcome is because there are too many people like you. Seeing the murderous aura in Lin Mu's eyes, the Lieutenant Colonel was shocked and shouted, "You said that my teacher gave me a chance. I'm talking about giving you a chance to die." After saying that, Lin Mu's bone spur pierced directly into Lieutenant Colonel's throat. Ding! Kill Lieutenant Colonel Marine and gain 20 experience points. 009A reward of 40 million. Secondly, I want to collect flowers. 9 360ths. 009A reward of 40 million. Secondly, I want to collect flowers. This Lieutenant Colonel can be said to be the culprit this time, completely disrupting Lin Mu's plan, making Lin Mu have to stand on the opposite side of Marine from the very beginning, which can be said to be a heinous crime. How could Lin Mu let him go? Not to mention he alone has 20 points of experience, which is comparable to 10 ordinary soldiers. The only thing that makes Lin Mu feel a pity is that this product didn't drop the treasure chest. Only killing monsters for the first time has a certain chance to drop a treasure chest, and after killing similar monsters the probability of dropping a treasure chest is 0. In other words, if you kill Lieutenant Colonel Marine in the future, you will never be able to drop the treasure chest. But this time Lin Mu's experience has increased by nearly 90 points, which is not bad. Naturally, the onlookers didn't expect that someone would dare to kill Lieutenant Colonel Marine in the street. At this moment they all opened their mouths and looked confused. The once bustling streets were instantly silent. However, Lin Mu also knew that it was not advisable to stay here for a long time, and it was better to make a strategic transfer first. So he ran directly back to the restaurant to get back what he had purchased before, and then ran all the way to the port. How fast is Lin Mu? When he ran to the port, Marine base learned the news. Although they immediately sent troops to block the port, it was too late. By the time Marine arrived at the port, Lin Mu had already run a long way. On the boundless sea, a small boat is floating, and on it lies a slightly emaciated teenager leisurely enjoying the warm sunshine in the morning. This boy is Lin Mu. It has been a whole day since he left Keelan Island, and at this moment he is heading for the next island. That was the place he inquired about when he was shopping for clothes. He heard that there had been news of pirates there before. For today's Lin Mu, the word pirate and experience mean the same thing. However, at his current speed, Lin Mu estimates that it will take 3 or 4 days for him to reach his destination. Fortunately, he was well prepared and some necessities of life had already been bought. Even if it was a long trip, there was no problem. Suddenly Lin Mu's eyes lit up while lying on the boat, and then he sat up because he saw a sea of seagulls delivering newspapers flying from a distance. After waving a seagull and paying 100 berry for a newspaper, Lin Mu opened the newspaper and read it. In fact, Lin Mu is still not very clear about what era he is in the world of pirates. He buys newspapers because he wants to judge what era he is in through the latest news. As soon as the newspaper was opened, Lin Mu was stunned because his face was printed on the second page of the newspaper, and it was very clear. It was the scene where he used a bone spur on his fist to push Lieutenant Colonel Marine's throat. The bottom of the newspaper described in detail what happened before, but it was not very true and wrote Lin Mu as an evil and bloodthirsty pirate remnant. In the end, it was accompanied by a wanted notice for Lin Mu. Troyzen D. Lin, there is a bounty of 40 million berry. It doesn't matter if you live or die. Lin Mu said, and as soon as the bounty came out, Marine became a synonym for experience for him. But what Lin Mu didn't expect was that he killed a lieutenant colonel himself, and the bounty soared to 40 million berry. You know, when Luffy first offered a bounty, there were only 30 million berry, and 40 million berry was half of crocodiles. In addition to seeing his own bounty, Lin Mu still hasn't seen any valuable news, so he doesn't know what kind of era he is in. The only certainty is that, One Piece, Gul D. Roger is definitely dead and the era of the Great Pirate has begun. As for how long it has been on, it's unclear. What Lin Mu didn't know was that at the port where Marine Division 42 was stationed at the moment a warship was ready to go. More than 200 Marines stood neatly on the deck with their guns on their backs waiting for their commander to speak. Their highest commander is a colonel wearing a robe of justice. The colonel is named Charik with a majestic body, a pair of leopard eyes with a 3-point fierceness, and his face is full of ferocity. The remnant of the patent pirates Troyson D. Lindong Street slaughtered Marine. It was a heinous crime. This time the crusade against Troyson D. Lin will kill you if you can, regardless of life or death. Charik's tone made no secret of his resentment towards Lin Mu. Dozens of Marines were slaughtered in the street. This is simply Marine's shame. And this shame happened under his subordinates. For this he has been named and criticized by his superiors. If this crusade can be successful it will be fine, but if it is not successful his position as the highest commander of the branch will be unstable. This oily position, I don't know how many eyes are staring at it and want to replace it. And all of this was given by Lin Mu, so Zarek hated Lin Mu very much in his heart and wished he could strip Lin Mu's farts alive. After the lecture the warship carrying more than 200 Marines set off from Marine Division 42 and the direction of travel was exactly Lin Mu's destination. The above situation also happened in Marines 45th and 48th Divisions. The top officers of the three divisions each led hundreds of Marines to expedition against Lin Mu, which shows how much Marine attaches importance to this matter. After all, slaughtering more than 20 Marines in the street in a bustling city is literally hitting Marine in the face. If the initiator cannot be obliterated, then Marine's prestige in West Blue will undoubtedly drop a level, which is absolutely unacceptable to Marine. 010 Little Fox, 3 shifts for collection. 10 360ths. 010 Little Fox, 3 shifts for collection. Lin Mu didn't know that Marine's 3 divisions had already taken action against him, dispatching 3 warships and a total of more than 600 Marines crusade. At this moment he was still riding his own boat heading for the destination he had inquired about on Keelan Island earlier. 4 days later a black spot suddenly appeared on the boundless sea level. It was an island and Lin Mu guessed that this was his destination. As Lin Mu continued to approach, the island gradually showed its appearance. This is a very vibrant island. The island is overgrown with trees and green and it looks like a virgin forest from a distance. However, according to the information obtained, Lin Mu knows that there is a small village in this dense forest with more than 500 people, which is more prosperous than Lin Mu's previous hometown. Lin Mu chose to come here because when he was shopping for clothes on Keelan Island he heard from the owner of the clothing store that a group of pirates occupied the place and exploited the villagers. The owner's relatives were natives of the island and they fled to Keelan Island in a boat when the pirates came, so the clothing store owner knew about this. Marine received a report and sent people to come, but as soon as Marine came the cunning pirates fled into the boundless sea and the pirates would turn back and kill when Marine left, which was of no use at all. After all, it was impossible for Marine to live on this island. After all, there were many more important places to protect. Lin Mu came alone this time and he expected that the pirates would not flee first, and as long as those pirates did not escape it would become his experience. The island is flat all around and landings are possible everywhere. Lin Mu didn't go around either, he chose a random place and landed on the island, then plunged into the dense forest. The dense branches and leaves sparsely blocked the sunlight and the fallen leaves piled up on the ground were so soft that almost every foot of Lin Mu would sink a lot. The air was a little stuffy but it wasn't particularly uncomfortable. Lin Mu did not directly use the speed of Quicksilver to run to the center of the island to find the group of pirates, but chose to move forward step by step, enjoying the beautiful natural scenery of the pirate world. Just as Lin Mu was walking slowly through the dense forest, a white shadow the size of a palm suddenly appeared from the left side, hit Lin Mu's knee and then fell to the ground. Lin Mu took a closer look only to realize that the white shadow was actually a slap-sized snow-white little fox. The little fox was lying on the ground in a big shape at the moment, and it was obvious that the impact just now was not light. Dragging the little fox into his hands, Lin Mu's eyes were very curious. After obtaining the gene of Wolverine's ability, Lin Mu's ability to perceive the surrounding environment has become very strong, but he can't sense the little fox's breath at all. It's weird, Lin Mu murmured. At this moment Lin Mu frowned slightly and then the speed of Quicksilver broke out and moved forward 5 or 6 meters and then saw a wild boar with a length of nearly 2 meters appearing where he just stood. The wild boar stared at Lin Mu with a pair of red eyes and after a long snout was wearing thick hair, and after a series of humming noises it rushed towards Lin Mu again. Obviously Lin Mu has been regarded as his prey. Facing the oncoming huge wild boar, Lin Mu did not have any panic and his figure instantly avoided the impact of the wild boar under the rapid explosion of Quicksilver. At the same time Lin Mu lowered his body and the bone spur sticking out of his fist penetrated deeply into the belly of the wild boar, directly opening a half-meter long crack. Suffering such serious injuries, the wild boar fell directly to the ground. Although he continued to struggle, he had lost his mobility and was easily killed by Lin Mu. Ding, kill the wild boar and gain 5 experience points. After Lin Mu killed the wild boar, the system prompt sounded, but Lin Mu was not surprised at all because when the wild boar appeared Lin Mu had already seen a 5 on the top of the wild boar's head. This boar is about as powerful as a marine sergeant, so it's no surprise that it has 5 experience points. At this moment the little fox who was dragged by Lin Mu in the other hand finally woke up, shaking his head. The first time the little fox woke up his soft body could not help stiffening, but after seeing the dead wild boar beside him it softened again and sat down in Lin Mu's hands with a fart. Just a sigh of relief. Little guy, you're escaping from his pursuit, I'll help you solve it. Lin Mu didn't care whether the little fox could hear it or not. He spoke to himself and then put the little fox on the ground, indicating that the little fox can leave. To Lin Mu's surprise, the little fox picked up his front paws and bowed to him, actually thanking him. Lin Mu couldn't help but guess whose pet this was, and he was so politely trained. Are you like this? Are you thanking me for saving you? Lin Mu thought the round little fox tingling was interesting and couldn't help laughing. But to Lin Mu's surprise, after he said these words the little fox nodded, which made Lin Mu feel that his head couldn't turn. Can you understand me? Hearing Lin Mu's question, there was a hint of hesitation in the little fox's black eyes, and then he shook his head like a rattle. This made Lin Mu's face darken. You are so smart. The little fox thought that Lin Mu was really praising it and jumped on the spot happily. But in Lin Mu's eyes, no matter how you look at it, it looks like a white ball bouncing on the ground. 011 makes me very upset, please collect flowers. 11 360ths. 011 makes me very upset, please collect flowers. Looking at this silly little fox, Lin Mu thought to himself that this little guy ate some strange fruit and could understand human language, or that this little fox is actually a special species in the pirate world. After all, there are such things as fur tribes and murlocs, and little foxes who can understand human language are not uncommon. After patting the little fox's head lightly, Lin Mu was ready to leave. But what surprised Lin Mu was that the little fox actually followed behind him, which made Lin Mu a little surprised. You want to follow me? The little fox was slightly hesitant but still nodded his little head, then looked at Lin Mu pitifully and raised his 2 little paws to bow to Lin Mu again, as if begging Lin Mu. If you want, then follow me. Lin Mu doesn't care about this little fox is only the size of a palm, so it's not bad to be a pet. After hearing Lin Mu's words, the little fox hopped happily a few times and then climbed along Lin Mu's trousers all the way to his shoulders. His movements were agile and vigorous, which was seriously inconsistent with his chubby body. After squatting on Lin Mu's shoulder, the little fox swayed its tail, which took up half the size of its body, and stretched out a paw to point forward, signaling that Lin Mu could start. You little guy is not afraid of life. Lin Mu murmured and then went all the way forward. But the little fox jumped on his shoulder in dissatisfaction, and the 2 little paws were also tightly clenched. You don't like the name, little guy? Lin Mu asked tentatively. The little fox nodded heavily. Then what am I going to call you? Lin Mu asked. Squeak. Squeak squeak. The little fox stared at Lin Mu with a pair of small black eyes and made a soft sound in his mouth. Lin Mu rubbed his chin. Okay, then I'll ask you to squeak. Hearing this, the little fox narrowed his eyes and then sat down on Lin Mu's shoulders and shook his big tail, obviously very satisfied with the new name. With the little fox, Lin Mu walked through the jungle, and after passing through the jungle, a village appeared in Lin Mu's field of vision. The mountains and rivers here are beautiful, and the village surrounded by mountains and forests should have been a peaceful paradise. But at this moment the village was filled with gunpowder smoke, and nearly 1/3 of the village houses were destroyed. Obviously that group of pirates has already left a lot of damage here. If this continues, I am afraid that it will not be long before this village will be completely destroyed by the hands of the pirates. Lin Mu was not a sympathetic character at first, but at this moment there was also a little anger towards that pirate in his heart. It's like a flower that was blooming well, but suddenly someone stepped on it, which would naturally make people very upset. Lin Mu originally came just to gain experience, but at this moment he was already very unhappy with the group of pirates. His face turned cold. Lin Mu turned his head and asked the little fox sitting on his shoulder, Gigi, are you afraid of blood? Squeak scratched his head with his little paw, then shook his head. That's good. Lin Mu said if Gigi was afraid of blood, then he had to tell Gigi to close his eyes. But since Gigi is not afraid, it saves a lot of trouble. In fact, when I think about it, Gigi didn't have any drastic reaction when he saw the wild boar lying in a pool of blood. So one person and one fox walked directly into the village, but after walking more than 100 meters Lin Mu stopped and frowned and looked forward. The keen perception ability from the Wolverine gene made Lin Mu clearly know that the pirate he was looking for was now lying in ambush not far from him. Not long after Lin Mu stopped, 7 or 8 pirates with swords and clubs in their hands jumped out. The headed pirate stared at Lin Mu and squinted at the corner of Tien's mouth. His expression on his face was a little madly cruel. I didn't expect you to find some of our brothers. It seems that you have a little strength. I wanted to chop you directly. It seems like a waste to feed the dog now. Yes, so we will give you a chance to join us now. Another pirate said with a little pride in his expression, and his tone of voice seemed to be a charity to Lin Mu. After all, their captain is a pirate with a bounty of 10 million berry. How many people dream of joining their pirate group? However, if he knew that the bounty of the boy in front of him was 4 times that of their captain, he didn't know how he would feel. Looking at these pirates with 2 and 3 hanging on their heads. Lin Mu was really too lazy to talk nonsense with them and just said to the little fox, "Squeak, come to my arms." The little fox was a little hesitant when he heard Lin Mu's words. He seemed a little shy with his two little paws covering his face, crouching on Lin Mu's shoulders and shaking his big tail. This made Lin Mu's mouth twitch, and then he grabbed the little fox and stuffed it into his arms. If Gigi had been lying on his shoulders, he would definitely be thrown off once the fight started. After being forcibly shoved into Lin Mu's arms, Gigi was very shy and was about to climb out of Lin Mu's arms, but suddenly found that the surrounding people quickly retreated, so scared that he quickly retracted his small head into Lin Mu's arms. Stimulating the speed of Quicksilver, Lin Mu's speed instantly reached an extremely fast speed, which was not something that ordinary pirates could keep up with. These pirates were only more than 30 meters away from Lin Mu, and at Lin Mu's speed they appeared in front of these pirates in less than 2 seconds. At this time these pirates hadn't reacted yet, and they were all still in a daze. In the face of this riding experience, Lin Mu naturally couldn't be merciful. The bone spurs stretched out directly from his hand and then started a massacre. Ding, kill the pirates and get 2 experience points. Ding, kill the pirates and get 2 experience points. 012 Marine Scout, second, I want to collect flowers. 12 360ths. 012 Marine Scout, second, I want to collect flowers. Ding, kill the pirates and get 3 experience points. Ding, kill the pirates and get 2 experience points. Soon the 7 or 8 pirates were wiped out by Lin Mu, and the 20-point experience was easily obtained. With the addition of Marine, who had previously killed on Keelan Island, Lin Mu has now accumulated more than 100 experience points. However, there is still a long way to go before the 1,000 points of experience needed to upgrade. According to the information, there should be about 40 people in this pirate group. If they kill all of them, they should provide me with more than 100 points of experience, which is not bad. Lin Mu murmured, then looked down at the little fox that he forcibly shoved into his arms. Gigi, you can come out. But the little fox didn't seem to hear what Lin Mu said. At the moment, Lin Mu had no choice but to reach out and force the little fox out. The little fox shrunk into a ball. At the moment, 2 small paws hugged the big tail and covered his face tightly as if he was too embarrassed to see anyone. Lin Mu couldn't help laughing when he saw this, wondering if this little guy was a female fox. I wanted to break up the little fox's double tui and study the gender carefully, but it seemed a bit too wretched to think about it, so Lin Mi gave up in the end. After putting the little fox on his shoulders again, Lin Mu walked quickly towards the village. He had to hurry to collect those pirates, otherwise it would be bad for those pirates to be scattered and flee. It took Lin Mu so long to find this place, and if the experience gained flies away, it would really be a blood loss. After entering the village, Lin Mu was immediately locked by many eyes. These are all the eyes of the villagers, full of helplessness but very nervous for Lin Mu. In their opinion, Lin Mu must have come to this island unintentionally. Once discovered by the group of pirates, it would be true ruined. Finally, an old man couldn't bear it anymore, lowered his voice and whispered to Lin Mu, "Boy, did you come here by accident? But this place has been occupied by suspicious and very cruel pirates. They haven't found you yet, run away." Hearing the villagers' warning, Lin Mu was slightly taken aback. He didn't expect that this group of villagers living in dire straits would be so kind, and he was even more unhappy with the pirates in his heart. "Master, I actually came here specially." Lin Mu showed a kind smile and said to the villagers, "The purpose is the group of pirates." "Are you Marine?" the villagers asked, eyes lit up. Lin Mu shook his head. "It's barely a bounty hunter." Hearing this, the villagers were immediately disappointed again, and the old man who warned Lin Mu before dissuaded him. "You are only one person, but there are dozens of pirates in that group, so hurry up and leave that group of vicious people. The pirates are not something you can deal with." "How do you know if you don't try? It would be great if you could tell me where the pirates are now," Lin Mu said with a chuckle, his words full of confidence. This confidence made the villagers stunned for a moment. For some reason they suddenly felt that the young man in front of them could really defeat the vicious pirates. "Then, those pirates are in the largest house in the center of the village." A villager couldn't help but say, "Thank you." After getting the information he needed, Lin Mu went directly to the central bank of the village. Looking at Lin Mu's back, a trace of worry appeared on the faces of several villagers, both for Lin Mu's safety and for their own destiny. "Third uncle, do you think he can defeat those pirates?" "Do not know. This village is not very big and the battlefield is only about 3 miles in diameter." After Lin Mu asked about the exact location of the pirates, he launched Quicksilver speed and rushed towards the center of the village. There must be pirates' eyeliner hidden in this village, and Lin Mu doesn't want to give these pirates time to escape. In less than half a minute, Lin Mu had already come to the center of the village, and at this moment the little fox had shrewdly got into Lin Mu's arms. In front of you is a larger house which should have always been an important meeting place in the village before, but now it has been occupied by pirates. At the door of the house there are 5 or 6 pirates standing casually, saying that they are guarding the door, but they are actually chatting. Seeing Lin Mu appear, the brows of several pirates are wrinkled, and one of them with a scar on his face even shouted, "Whose boy is this? Your adults have not told you that this is not what you can do here? Where are you from? Get out of here, lousy." "Wait." Another pirate suddenly stopped. "I know everyone in this village, but I've never seen this kid before. He's definitely an outsider." Could this kid be Marine's spy? One of them said with a trace of hostility on his face, staring at Lin Mu. HMPH, whether it is or not, I can't let this kid go. If he is Marine's spy, then he deserves it. If not, then he is unlucky. That's right, take it first and then talk about it. After discussing for a few words, a pirate walked towards Lin Mu with a weapon while the others watched without moving. Obviously they thought that only one person could be dispatched to deal with the young thin-looking teenager in front of them. However, they will soon pay for their carelessness. Lin Mu clenched his fists tightly and thought about the pirates at the door at a very fast speed. The moment he started, a total of 6 bone spurs protruded out.